Good morning, YouTube. Uh-oh. What is this stuff? It came yesterday. Let me open it. I got my early morning voice on one side of the, what do they call it? Foiled wiring harness. Foiled sensors. These are all little tiny sensors. Yeah, well, I got the OEM kit. And the reason why I did that, I guess I could have bought the whole mech unit, but doing the research on the car, this car was actually already in for the recall on the mech unit. That was already done. I think somewhere around 50,000 miles it was done. So, and I'm having the issue again. Well, what was never addressed, I guess, at that point was the cooling part of the 2010. 2011 came with an auxiliary cooler in the front end. 2010 didn't. 2010 also came with a different filter system. They changed it up in 2011. It's an external removable. Ours can be cleaned on 2010. It's just a lot more difficult than it is on the 2011. So that was the thing. Some things they didn't upgrade on the 2010. Since then, I've added, obviously you can see in the videos, a larger trans cooler, custom lines, whatever, attacking the mech problem. All right, now, like I said, means they didn't change any of the cooling system. The mech unit, well, it failed again. But what I found out last night, from 2000, I think it was 2012, it was done in the recall on this. 2012 or 13, I think. Whatever, it was done. Now, since then, there have been 2 revisions to the wiring harness. I think it came with, there was a D and an E issue of the wiring harness. This is the F. So, I guess, like I said, they did it. They were still having problems. They went and revised it again. Still having problems. They went in and revised it one more time. What the dealer tries to sell you, which I got quoted $7 grand to change the mech unit out in this thing, which I don't think it's going to cost that. I paid, you know, a decent amount for the wiring harness, but, you know, I'm going to do it myself. And talk to Zero Lag Performance. If you're up in Ohio, check them out. He knows a lot about the mech unit. He's replaced a few and done the correct job, complete, and the cars have had no issues. So I want to give, or issues, want to give a thumbs up. Zero Lag Performance. I told him after I talked to him, I'd plug him in the video that I'm going to do for this mech unit. He posted something up on their website about how to change it. It's a bunch of stills and a nice explanation. Basically, that's where I got the idea from. Been shooting it around in my mind with the workshop manual, looking things over, and, you know, and then I ran across his little expose, and that settled it for me. I can do this, no issue. Or I'm sure I'm not going to have an issue. It's going to be the first time cracking into one, but and then I'm going to check a bunch of things once I get it out. Check the servos and the solenoids in there, making sure they're all, you know, running the correct continuity. But I'm more than positive. I looked up the TSB for this car, for this year, for this transmission, and this was in 2014 they put it out. Cars that didn't have it done then, this is what the recommended fix was. But it was the E, not the F. This is the F. This is after all that. So this is going to be the probably last unit they build for these, or upgrade they build for this DSG transmission. And should solve my issue. My issue is it's running the limp mode. Once it gets to 100 degrees, 120 degrees, 122 degrees Fahrenheit. So the sensor in the wiring harness is failed. But actually, I think it's on the other side, but it's up in the corner, that sensor. But the TSB called for both wiring harnesses, none of the solenoids, nothing else except for a pan gasket, 2 wiring harness, the install kit, which is the bolts. They come with the kit. Audi Parts, Highland, Illinois. Great parts. They're the ones who sent me the wiring harness. Here's some of these seals. They're going to go in after you pull this one out, and the 6 nuts that hold it. Wait, these nuts are for this. So yeah, new hardware to hold this to the mech unit. Then be able to check the mech unit over. But I'm going to do some step-by-step videos. You can see it's early. I still haven't got the car up in the air. So all I'm going to do is get it up in the air. I'm going to take off my cross member, drain the fluid, and then pull the pan down. Alright, so I'll see you in a few minutes. This is part 1 of what's going to be happening today to the mech unit service with the wiring, I don't know, whatever, DSG wiring harness fix, something like that. Alright guys.